Hello Taurus, thanks for joining me. I'm just preparing some cards for your love reading. We're going to take a look at what's going on for you currently and yay, and take a look at the best way to proceed forward. So these readings are general readings, so remember, not everything will resonate. Just take that does and leave the rest. Feel free to change the role and gender to that suits your situation. Okay, so we've got triumph, success, universe, the universe, patience and planning, choosing wisely, disruption, jumped out earlier as you saw and it's come out again for those of you that that's already resonating with, harmony, foundation and achievements, victory and success. Okay, so what it feels like is that a situation's come to a head, or you've found out a truth of some kind. You've basically come from a situation where you've either had to walk away from a relationship on a not very good note. It's left a sour taste in the mouth, but was inevitable. For others of you, it feels that there's a coming together of a relationship that's happened just recently. It feels that this is something that you've had to stand your ground and fight for. So for those that have walked away from a situation, it feels that it was almost inevitable, for want of a better phrase. With the universe being here, it feels that with the universe and the tower, which this is the tower in the tarot, that this is something that you would have been aware of, that the cracks were starting to show. You may well have been digging for information or trying to bring something to light, or peers around you may have been trying to alert you to some kind of deception or something that was a little bit off. For others of you, it's showing here that there's a relationship that's been going on. It may have had past history, or it may have just taken its time, slowly coming together for whatever obstacles may have been in the way. It feels that those that have come together, that there's been a real fighting for this connection, or even a fighting to stay together. So you and your partner up against the world almost. But with this universe and harmony being together, it feels that those that have come together in a relationship, that it's built on firm foundations. There's something to it. It's something that's definitely been worth fighting for. Or if you are going through a little bit of a difficult time, it feels to me that it's something that is worth continuing to fight for. You both feel strong as a pair. It's like almost like a destiny to overcome whatever it is that you're going through. It's showing here that there's been a lot of strategic moves needing to be made to either bring this together, and also for those that have separated, a lot of work gone into what's the next step moving forward. But the stronger energy pushing through forward now for me is just showing this coming together of this unity, that have had to kind of fight to stand their ground and hold their own. Being shown some kind of changes around the living circumstances. One of you may be away currently, or work away, or live in a different country, or so. Others of you may have been making plans moving in together, just feeling one being a homemaker. For some of you, it feels like it's the male that's being the homemaker, or the male energy being the homemaker, and the female maybe somewhere else. There just feels like a separation of living circumstances, but that feels like it is joining together. We're being shown here patience and planning, so there's definitely some kind of talk or arrangement going around living conditions, and that's also for those who are currently separating from someone. There's talk of moving out, moving somewhere else, and that type of stuff. Being shown that the decisions that are being made or have been made haven't come lightly. It feels that it's something that you may have found yourself going through a bit of a loop and making the same choices, same results as the outcome, whereas now you've been presented before with a crossroads that you've been able to make a decision and take a new direction. It feels that whatever this act that you've done, this action you've taken, this fighting for this connection, it's absolutely going to go in your favour. With this disruption being at the beginning, it may not look like that now. This is the energy you could be moving into if it's resonating with you, or this is the energy that you're past. Either way, whatever action you're taking on the back of information come forward, or seeing the light and waking up to a new reality, so to say, for some of you, that the choices and decisions that you're making, you have clarity around that, clarity of what's what and the decisions that's needing to be taken. You're being guided by a higher force, and it's going to work out in your favour. So we've got here the Hermit. So having to go within, but trusting your intuition on this situation. It feels again that there's a higher guidance that's been calling you forward, almost tapping into something that you've always known or already known. So for those that are in the relationship that's kind of come back together, even for those that are or have been fighting for a particular relationship up against all the odds, there's been that inner knowing that it is worth the fight. So keep pushing forward with that. The Hermit shows that more things are going to come to light. So in the distant future, not too long, as this is looking at the now, that there is more information coming to light. It feels that there is for those of you that are moving in together, it feels that the place that you may be looking at or have in mind as you are making the plans, for some of you, not all of you, it doesn't feel like that's the place that you're going to be moving to. It feels that you're going to use that and maybe manifest the coming together, the moving side of things, but at last minute there'll be a change of location, so moving elsewhere. That almost feels as well that maybe for others of you that there's a putting it out there that, oh, we're moving here or I'm going there, and then at the last minute, because of strategic planning behind the scenes, changing location, something in the plans changing. Whatever this situation is, it feels like for those of you a strong union coming together, not necessarily marriage as such, but if there's a living situation, then that is a unity for there. And also this coming together of the pairings that this is relating to, it's showing that you are being guided by higher forces and all the elements are right. So regardless of on paper whether you're married, you will be living a married type life in regards to the commitment and the equal give and take. For those of you that are separating or walking away. You may well have walked away from a marriage. It could have been a shock for a lot of people, but for you, you probably had this knowing that it was going in that direction anyway. Not saying that it's making it any easier, because we have seen the decisions here, but whatever action you are taking on the back of what's come forward for you, it is the right thing to do. You've called in this change. We've got here Lovers in connection with Three of Pentacles. So this could potentially have been a situation that there was an overlap of a relationship, as one was being left and then fighting to connect with the other, or not necessarily just that. It's just that moving into a coupling where there is that equal give and take. So some of you may be pairing up with somebody that you've known from childhood days or when you were younger, and some kind of connection with that. It feels that if you are reconnecting with someone from younger, that there's been this almost sense of loss that you've been going through, trying to work with either other relationships or maybe in a marriage or whatever it may be, but not quite feeling complete. The feeling that something's missing, that you may even be holding on to decisions made in the past and then living in a kind of regret to a bad choices that's been made. Others of you, there may be a little bit financial ruin of some kind if there's a separation, but know that this will sprout back, because what you're building on here with the foundations and achievement is something that's going to be built to last. So not taking anything away from the relationship that you've pulled away from. For those that have, that was an experience that's come into your life for a purpose and a reason, and you will be looking back on it with more of a higher perspective. But what you're moving into is destined to be how it needs to be, because there is a bigger purpose and reason for moving forward. We've got here bad health. There may be news. I was just picking up somebody's father or grandfather may be ill. Sorry if that's the case. If they are living in a different country or different state or somewhere far away, then that could well be the change of plans in regards to moving, that you may be going to where they are or whatever surrounding this person, that you may be nearer to them or something connecting for that for some of you. For others as well, the person, if there's a separation, this person may be using, not saying that it's made up by saying using, but they may be drawing on the effects of the separation that it's having on them and their mental health deteriorating. And if you have been in a relationship that it's used to some kind of emotional blackmail, not for all of you, some of you, that this could be a part of it. Others as well, that there could be somebody you're connected to that really is feeling the effect of the split. You need to keep pushing on. You can still be kind and compassionate in regards to a separation, but this feels like it's a pathway that you are heading down and have been making a decision to for a period of time. It could also be your own health that's in question. My feel is that it's somebody outside of yourself but still connected to you, if that makes sense. There's going to be a lot of judgments being made on you, especially if you are fighting for a connection and you've overrid the thoughts and opinions of others, as you should, putting yourself first. But know that whatever this uphill battle is that you experience at the moment, it is going to come right in the end. Yeah, there's a message. So you may, some of you have already kind of made the break and separated, and then information of somebody's health come forward, just for some of you. others as well. If you're at the stage that you're just trying to move down this pathway, that the decision in itself or the upheaval could be making you feel anxious and a little bit ill. But it feels for the most of you that this is something that's propelled with energy and power. The choices you're making, we've got here the Ace of Cups, so it's absolutely a decision that's right for you. I still keep getting this feeling about being up against opposition, so somebody's not happy about the choices that you've made or the choice of person that you're going for, or even that you're having to now change location or move further away. Something that's feeling a bit of a resistance. Yeah, so we've got here a message of concern. Somebody may be hearing your news, your plans, and then taking that information elsewhere. Or you may be passing a message somewhere and then somebody's reading it and intercepting it on the way. Yeah, I'll deliver that message, but they're either being a middle person, or they're opening the mail, or they're looking into something. Somebody that is supposed to be sending a direct message is intercepting it on the way. It feels like a message that's trying to be put across. Yeah, there's something going on in the middle. It's almost like lost in translation, or somebody's twisting what's being said, or your plans are being discussed behind the scenes in the community, let's call it for now. Whatever it is, you're being spoken about, or your plans are being spoken about, or a message you're trying to get to somebody is being twisted. Yeah, message of concern regarding a female. So this could well be the person that's not well, or their health, or something along those lines. You will know your situation better. And even the concern about the person that you are overriding these, at all odds, these obstacles that are being thrown in your way. It's just showing here, yeah, that people may be saying, oh, they've gone ahead with it, or they've still done it, or it's we didn't stop it. What am I looking for next? So that was a lot. All right, so we've got here this disruption. So Tower moment. So if this is looking at a separation, you will already be aware of it. It will be in progress right now. This doesn't feel like I'm talking to somebody that's sitting about thinking about doing it. It feels like something's come to light, and it spurred you into action, and you've taken the yeah, you've taken the opportunity to deal with it. We've got the Eight of Swords, so feeling trapped within your situation. It almost feels like regardless of the situation, interpret it the best way, but it kind of feels that this separation, or the action that you've taken, is a bit of a blessing in disguise. It's nothing against the cross watchers. It's just showing that to have continued on the way that you were, things would have probably taken a bit more of a darker route. You're moving forward into stability. You've got harmony here. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. You've got the Lovers. Yes, you've got the the despair, but it's because you're coming away from one, the transition into something else. What you're moving forward into is something that you're choosing for you, and why not? It feels like there's been some kind of loss that you've either experienced over a period of time, or you keep losing out, and now's the time to put yourself first, regardless of male or female, whatever perspective you're viewing this from. It's just showing that you've probably tried to walk away from this situation before and gone back in. That's why the reading was showing same choices and decisions being made. This feels like that even though you are having to turn your back on something or someone or a situation, or change your direction or your plans, but what you are moving towards is something that is more beneficial and more in alignment with what you need. I've got to say, for some of you as well, that even though you may be leaving a situation, it doesn't feel that that's done and dusted, dead in the water. There feels like either some kind of an emotional connection is still there, or you kind of going off, getting sorted, getting your foundations and your stability, and then a reconnection, not in a romantic sense, but so for those that have got responsibilities, there may be a reconnection there, or there's still some kind of link that's linking you that you're not able to sever things completely. Just keep being drawn to this message of concern. It feels the message of concern, the health, is connecting back to this disruption. We've got here either someone being paid for information to keep tabs on you, or offering some kind of opportunity for you to stay stuck or stay as you are and not move forward. But even though it's not here on the table, I am just getting this sense of choosing wisely and making moving forward into calmer times. Whatever you're doing, you need to just keep pushing through. No peace for the wicked, as they say, no rest for the wicked. It doesn't feel like this is a time to stop. It feels the wheels are in motion. Balance being restored. You may be getting outside influence of what you're doing isn't fair, it isn't right, but you've been losing out for a period of time, so it's not fair for you to lose out on love. We've got the Two of Cups here. You're moving towards something that is in alignment with your heart. Everything always leads back to love and unconditional love. We've got the Empress, which is showing here this caring, nurturing. Just because you're having to pull away from a situation, remember that whatever it is that's caused this disruption, whether it's information come to light, you're making these choices and decisions with clarity. So you're it's not a decision that you've impulsively made without thinking through. It's you're investing everything into a new beginning, and you've made that decision to take a risk and push through. Doesn't even feel like it's too risky. We've got the patience and planning. We've got the foundation and achievement. So this is something you've either been manifesting and building in the background and then moving it into place, or again it's the refusing to quit and give up. You're fighting for what you want, and what you want is for you to be put first, or to put yourself first. We've got the Devil here, so there is that sense of some kind of emotional blackmail trying to keep you stuck. You need to have your wits about you, and you'll recognise this feeling bubbling up inside you when it's starting to happen. you're maybe being made out to be the bad one, because a lot of other people don't like change. They don't like to see people changing, and they also project their, oh God, I wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't be able to do that. But fuck it, you're already in this process. Lots are changing around us. I am being shown money coming forward towards you. So some of you being shown may well be moving towards someone else's family and joining either a family business or something along those lines. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a connection to going away for work, or yeah, maybe if you're having to leave something behind, then it's also having to leave some kind of job security behind you. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter if you were to just start walking with the clothes on your back. There's an energy connecting to whoever this is resonating with, that you're going to yeah, you're going to be bringing more towards you. You've got you've already overcome so many obstacles right now that you've just got to keep pushing through. It is an arrest period for you, but it's an action period. It's not a time for you to be caught up in your head. It's about pushing forward. Too many things have been come to light. You can't unsee or what you've seen or what you know anymore, and so now you yeah, now you're putting your plan into action. You've got people talking about you. I'm seeing a group of 3 people, 2, whether they're linked to you, not necessarily linked to their self. I'm seeing a 3 and a 2. So whether it's the 3 are talking and then the 2 are talking privately their self, there's definitely a discussion going on about you, your situation, your plans, or the person that you're with. Yeah, just be aware of somebody trying to, if I keep picking up emotional blackmail, which might be too strong a description, it could be trying to offer you something, so just a financial manipulation, let's call it, instead of emotional blackmail or emotional manipulation, especially if you're having to leave work, or you're cutting your losses and walking forward empty-handed with nothing. You may, because I keep just being seen, showing the message, something in the middle is either a middle person that's changing the story of what's being said, or trying to change your opinion, or going to offer you something in order to stop your continuing on in the direction that you're going. All right, so there you go. Please like and describe. Let me just, feels like I want to give you something else. So the outcome that we can expect, we've got here justice again. You're doing the right thing. Maybe an injustice has been done against you, so you will get your day. Yeah, going under the radar for a bit is what I'm being shown as well. So you may go off radar, people might not know where you are. The Hermit again, so we've got another double energy. So that would make sense about almost like going underground, going out of sight for a bit, keeping a low profile for some reason, keeping people out of your business, or just taking a different perspective on a situation that could have been this disruption, whatever it means for you. But with Justice coming out twice, Hermit coming out twice, it's just showing that if somebody is trying to interfere with whatever the plans are that you're doing, that you're not going to be interested. But yeah, just keep your eyes and ears open, trusting your intuition. There will be yeah, whatever this is, it's going to play out quick. So if you are keeping your head down or under the radar, let's just say, you better off kind of doing that until your plan of action is properly set, which is why I was getting that sense of doing things behind the scene and then getting on and going. So you'll know where best you are at this situation. So there you go. That's your little love reading, Taurus. I hope it resonated. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.